Reece, we're here today at British Athletics, Muller, grassroots initiative, the type of thing that they should be doing. Good to see you here. People like to see, familiar faces. You've become one now. Before we talk about that, let's talk about the whole grassroots experience. From your perspective, was there one that kind of impacted on you when you were a little man in the business?
I feel like for me, I was lucky. I came from Waltham Forest. My council had a lot of schemes going on, a lot of athletic schemes. They had like a program after the 2016 Olympics, which was kind of like, to kind of inspire the next generation. I applied for that, luckily got through to it, and I kind of, got to meet some great athletes, and kind of just got into like a smaller program. And I feel like for me, that kind of was my first, insight into athletics, into, S&C, into all these new things I didn't know about. So I feel like for me, coming back to these grassroots things, I'm really an ambassador for my borough. I go to schools, do talks to different ages and stuff like that. So things like this, I'll make the time to kind of come down and actually spend some time and actually chat to some kids and just get their perspective of things and show them what mine is. So I feel like it's definitely beneficial for both parties.
Who was the first athlete that you met that was famous? And did they give you any advice? Did you talk to him?
The first athlete that I met was famous. Do you know what was weird? No one was really famous, if that makes sense, because all the people that kind of were doing their thing were kind of like, if not were in my group, or like I got introduced to them through a friend, so no one was kind of like looked upon as a celebrity, if that kind of makes sense. And then as I kind of got into the circuit and kind of got to then meet people and realised that I couldn't necessarily make these people celebrities because I was racing against them, but it was quite, I don't know, no one was really a celebrity to me. It was always just like someone that's just done well at what they've done.
It's funny you say that, because that in a sense they were always within arm's reach. You could see what they were doing and learn what they kind of makes it a bit more tangible in your own mind in terms of what you can achieve yourself, right?
Yeah, I feel like because I was lucky, I kind of got to see what they were going through, what they were experiencing, and for me, I then learned moves that people made before. I couldn't see and be like, well, I didn't want to do that, I wanted to do that, I know what I kind of want to be. And I had to just bide my time, wait a couple of years and just grind it out really, and then eventually obviously my time came, and since then I've not really looked back really.
So what if, there's no one piece of advice that you can give any aspiring athlete, but if there was a jewel, a gem that you'd offer to anybody who's looking at you, looking at surroundings and thinking, I'd like a piece of this, what would it be?
To me, I feel like it's just, first of all, you got to start within yourself. Like, you got to really question yourself and say, what do I want to do as a kid, or what do I want to do first of all, and then kind of plan from there really. Whether it's athlete like myself, a footballer, a musician, media, anything that you want to do, you got to say to yourself, okay, what do I want to do, and then just work backwards from there. Like, find out that nowadays there's so much, there's so much stuff you can use. The internet's amazing nowadays, Instagram's amazing nowadays, that kind of thing. I feel like you just got to kind of plan back. So it's like, I want to be a professional athlete. All right, cool, that's the top. All right, let me work back from there. All right, I need to go to this competition, that competition. All right, who's a good coach? Ask around, that's the person who's a good coach. Same with football, I want to be a professional footballer. Who's a good coach? Where am I playing? I feel like you just work backwards, go from there really. So my advice would just be to anyone, just know within yourself what you want to do and kind of just go with it, and don't let anyone sway your view. It kind of makes sense. Like, it's going to sound weird to say, but a lot of times you kind of, when you grow up, you get like, the view of your parents or the perspective, and your parents are your role models, but they've had their journey and you're going to have your own. You go to school with teachers and stuff, teachers will say, oh, you can only do this, you can only do that, da-da-da-da-da. That's just their view on things. Like, you got to know within yourself what you want to do and kind of make your own person, because at the end of the day, you're in this world, you come to this world by yourself, You've got people around you, but I feel like you just got to, for me, and I realised that quite late in developing my own kind of like personality, and I'm still doing it now. Look,
how old are you?
I'm 23.
You realised it late?
Yeah, I realised it late. Like, no, but I feel like, if I had such an advisor even earlier, I could have been done even greater things. But I feel like my advice would be to you for just do what you can do, be smart about it, and just kind of just know yourself really. So yeah, that'd be my advice.
Do you know something? I've asked that question to a lot of people, and I think that was one of the best answers I've ever had on record, straight. Work backwards, and great advice. Obviously, you don't work backwards in your event, you go forwards very quickly. So talk about where you are after, 1, 2 races?
Yeah, I feel like for me, obviously, my first race was obviously Shanghai. Sub-10 is my bare minimum now. I can't accept anything less than a sub-10 now.
Okay, that's the mindset, yeah?
Yeah, I want to, like you say, work backwards. That's where kind of I feel like I can do it and I'm capable of doing it. So why not do it for the whole season? Do you know what I mean? So I feel like that's kind of where I'm at. I need to obviously get it down, but we're just planning the season. It's a long season. Put each race that comes together, have a little break, go back to training, work on my weaknesses, work on my strengths, and just, it's a really smart season. It can be done well. I've just got to be on point, and my team's got to be on point. So we're just working on it hard. Shanghai obviously started off well. That's how we like to start. But we've got another 10 or 15 hurdles to go and get over that first, and then once we just take it step by step, we'll get there eventually.
It's interesting because obviously you touched on working backwards and understanding your own plan, your own journey. So when there are so many options, you know, to help you taper down for the big one, which is the World Championships at the end of the season, is there a danger that you can be distracted and be like, oh, I need to chase this and do that? Or is this where you need to be really steadfast in your mind about what your plan is?
You just got to know yourself. I know what you're at. Some athletes need to race more, others need to don't. Like some people, like for me, I didn't find it long to get into shape. I ran sub-10 first race, so do I need to go and race next week or the week after? Probably not. Do I want to go back training for a little bit? Yeah, go back training, work a little bit, come back again, see where we're at again. Go back training a little bit, race again. Just depends on the kind of the schedule. I feel like for me, looking at where World Champs is, it's a long way down. But I just got to plan. Even like you said, I plan backwards from then. Like I know, okay, what do I need to do to win that? What shape do I need to do that? Every race before that is prep. Like I said to people, only 2 things matter in the season: nationals and the Worlds. Everything else is just preparation. Diamond League and that, it's just preparation. Like it's a small win. You get what I mean? Like if I'm at a Diamond League and I've come third, but I've learned something about Muller in my race, I'm happy because I've realised I've learned that now. But a lot of guys are coming to the circuit, they win one race and think, yeah, like the Worlds, yeah, I've now won. Like no, there's a lot of races to kind of go on. And you can see from last year, I won the first Diamond League in Shanghai. Yeah, great. But I had a whole season after that. There was Europeans after that. There was week in, week out after that. So athletics moves so quickly in itself that you got to just be ready for the next thing and the next thing and the big thing. No one really remembers, oh, who won that Diamond League on that day. Everyone remembers, right, that's Olympic champion, that's world champion, that's thing. So you got to be remembered for the right things and run like that. So that's where I'm kind of at the moment.
Clearly, physically, you're doing the right things. Started with a sub-10. You're expressing a mindset that I don't think has been consistent with British sprinters for a long time. So that speaks in itself. Mentally, then, what are you doing that we don't see, that none of us are exposed to, in order to sharpen you up and keep you, at the front end of your game?
Well, first of all, I've cut down on the social media kind of thing. I post what I need to post. I'm not really one to be watching what's going on. I don't like to get distracted in going on Instagram, seeing what people are doing here and that person's holiday there, wearing this, doing that. That's kind of one big area that I've kind of made a difference on. And just how I spend my time, really. Like, is what I'm doing now productive? Like, kind of makes sense. Like, I have my headphones in most of the time. People think I listen to music. I'm not listening to music. Like, I'm listening to podcasts most of the time from different people in all over the world. Like, I've got there's about 1,600 episodes on a podcast that I'm listening to at the moment, and I've only done about 40, 50. So I'm just making my way through them, and I learn something. If I listen to something for 2 hours, I learn something. My mind thinks better. If I just listen to music, like nothing. Like if I'm training, I need to
do it for you.
If I'm training, I'm pumping up. I get it. If I'm in the gym and I need it, but outside that, I'm just like trying to learn something, trying to better myself. I feel like me and myself, I want to be in a situation where I can wake up, look at myself in the mirror, and be happy with myself. And I'm just trying to get to that place now. I could literally just be this person that everyone wants me to be, but I don't want to kind of be that person. I kind of just want to make sure that I'm happy with myself. So I'm just working on that at the moment, really.
Listen, good luck. Next time we talk, we'll talk targets and all the rest of it. But love to see where you are right now. Good luck with where you're going.
Appreciate that. Thank you.